Hi, Brent Kelly here with my ProFit tip, professional fitness to help your agency gain clarity, consistency, and to make a commitment to become your best version possible. Well, we all live in a new world today. Certainly insurance agencies and insurance producers are facing new and unique challenges with COVID-19. I've gotten a lot of questions from our private client groups and our producer fit attendees who've asked me, well, what do we do now? How should we best approach our time? Now, every situation is unique. I don't know if you're working at home with kids or a spouse or you've got a remote office. So what I'm going to tell you may not specifically apply to you, but I want you to understand the concept. And the overall concept is this: how you prepare today, how you're intentional today, the things that you do to be proactive with what you can control today will make a huge determination on what your future results will be. Now, I don't know how long this situation will last. Could be a few months, could be longer than that. But I do know there are some things that are out of our control, but there are many things that are in our control. So I want to give you a concept, an idea based around our producer's perfect schedule. Now, this may be changed or altered. Obviously, I understand that you can't meet face-to-face, certainly for the month of April, with your clients, future ideal clients, and centers of influence. But we can block out our time to be intentional, that even if a client or a future ideal client or a center of influence can't meet, even virtually or on the phone this month, we can do some deeper dive and some thinking. So here's what I want you to think about. If you take the month of April and include the last few days of March, there are 5 full weeks, right? 5 full weeks that you have throughout the entire month of April and the last few days of March. If you took 5 working days and just made time blocks, you made 20, 20, 10, so 50 time blocks, what would that do for your long-term success in your business? What do I mean by 20, 20, 10? Well, I will challenge you as a producer in particular that you have 20 client interactions. Now, when I say interactions, it could mean a couple of things. It could mean that you actually get on the phone, hopefully, and having a conversation, or you're doing a GoToMeeting or a Zoom call, whatever that may be. But you're spending a time block with 20 clients, right? And you could spend throughout the entire month of April. By the way, that's only 4 client blocks a week. 4 times 5 is 20. So 4 times a week can you have a client interaction where you're looking through their policies, you're looking at the risk control, you're reaching out to them with questions and values and wherever that in their policy period that you can help them and help them think through something or do some preparation or think of a service timeline that you could approve upon. But spend a time block with 20 clients the month of April. Yeah, you could do that. Could you spend time blocks with 20, and I'm going to put FICs, future ideal clients? Now, I know many of you watching this don't have defined future ideal clients. If you don't, this would be a great time to work on that, right? 20 future ideal clients that fit your demographic, fit the type of client that you want, fit at a specialty. There could be a lot of things that we talk about at Sitkins, but actually spend some time either reaching out directly to future ideal clients, because guess what? Some of their agents aren't. So it gives you an opportunity to reach out, let them know that you're there for them, that you've been thinking of them, ask them specific relevant questions for their business. What are they thinking? What are they worried about? How can you prepare for them? How could you create a strategy plan? But 20 blocks of some kind for future ideal clients. And then lastly, COINS, which stands for Center of Influence, Center of Influence Network. My guess is there are centers of influence in your association, in your group, in your community that you've been wanting to connect with that you simply haven't yet. Now, obviously, we don't have networking things going on right now, but can you pick up the phone? Can you do some research? Who would be people that would be great influencers? Can you have a conversation, do some preparation work and thinking in 10 blocks for the month of April? So again, this adds up to 50 blocks. 50 blocks for the month of April. That would be 4 blocks based around clients, 4 blocks based around future ideal clients, and 2 blocks a week for your centers of influence. So 4 a week, 4 a week, 2 a week equal 10 a week. There's 5 weeks in the month of April. You would have 50 proactive contacts or 50 proactive time you spend in preparation, researching, reviewing these 50 different blocks. Now, this may not be a specific model for you, but what I want you to think about is where can you best proactively block your time? If you can't be face-to-face, if you can't, obviously you're not in your car traveling to appointments, what can you do? And the reality of it is if you had 50 intentional blocks for clients, future ideal clients, and centers of influence, even in a shortened time frame, this may only take you a few hours, you're going to be well ahead of your competition. You're going to better serve your clients. You're going to be better prepared for your future ideal clients whenever this crisis ends or slows down, and you're going to make deeper, wider relationships with the influencers in your community or your associations. Be proactive, not reactive. And again, this is my 20-20-10 plan for the month of April. I challenge you to think about it. Love to hear your comments below. Thanks and all the best in your success.